Hello, welcome back to T3 Plays. And today, what we're going to be doing is finally the ranked battles. We haven't done any so far, but what we're going to have to do first is open some Shining Revelry packs. We're going to need to make sure we got some decent EX Pokemon, some decent meta Pokemon. So, what we've seen so far is the existing meta decks aren't holding their weight as much. So, what we're going to try and do is get as many of the newer EX Pokemon, try and create some off meta decks or close to meta decks, something that can compete. Because with ranks, you kind of want to try hard. You want to try hard and do your best, get up the ranks. But then it's not the be all end all, because what you realize is the rewards aren't. There's not much difference. You're getting at max 150 hourglasses for packs, so it's not anything amazing. We've got the magma, which we didn't have yet. Yeah, at the same time, let's just open some packs, see what we get, wonder pick, and hopefully we'll get something decent. At least what I'm hoping for is Giratina, very meta at the moment, and we did complete enough of our rewards to be able to open a free EX pack, so we can get the Giratina that way. So what I do want to do is get a Giratina from pack openings, then we'll have two, and then we can see what we want to run. Really hot right now is the Giratina with the Darkrai, or the Giratina with Mewtwo. Gyarados is very meta. Yaskarada running around. Those are the kind of ones we're gonna try and run initially. But it depends on what we get, because right now we don't have enough. But then we just play around with different options, and then we can see, what works, and also have some fun at the same time, because we don't want to be too much of a tryhard. You want to mix it up, have some fun, bring some spice to the table, and then you want to have, a couple of challenges where you want to use strategy more than just, you know, turn-based play where you're just doing what you have to do. You want to switch around, use your abilities, catch them off guard. But let's see, yeah, see what we get in the Wonder Picks. Anything decent? Outside recording. It's a hot day, so I'm thinking, you know what? Let's change it around. No more indoors. Let's try and record some stuff outside and see what we get. Hopefully the audio's not too bad. Got a new mic set up, so let's see how this mic does. So through the Wonder Pick, we're obviously trying to get that Pachirisu that we don't have, which is pretty useful when trying to power up the new Pikachu. So we don't get it, but we'll get another chance another time. They always pop up. And obviously the best one would be to find an EX, because then we don't have to chase for them. And we've got 20% chance of getting one, so from a Wonder Pick, so those are our best bets to get an EX. And what we'll do eventually is we'll go through our Pokédex, and we'll try and create decks, come up like 5 to 10 decks that we can use. And I think what we'll do is have a staple deck, which is pretty strong meta. And then what we'll do is I'll probably use that on some of the battles, as well as offline I'll do it. And then then I'll mix it up on some of the more recorded battles. We do get a Graphia, which is very good paired with Clodsire, because you can poison it, and you can use the Venom Shot from the Clodsire and do, I think it's 130 damage, which is pretty good. Let's see what we get. Okay, we get the Tentacle. Scan through, see if there's anything else decent for us to get. Yeah, I always like to go through the expired ones as well. Sometimes you can find a EX Pokemon hiding in there. You get these time clocks that you can use to use a Wonder Pick that's one that's expired. So try and do that. Managed to get the Pachirisu, that's good. So we'll see. We'll only be able to use it if we got, well, maybe the new Pikachu. We'll just see. Maybe it can form into a deck using our existing electric Pokemon. Yeah, go through our hourglasses. I'm zooming through this bit, speed it up. No one wants to go through this, so we just collect all our hourglasses. And what that'll do is let us open 10 packs in one go. Should we open a 10 pack? Yes, we should. Hopefully we get something decent. Let's look out for a shine. Okay, no shine. Pomo, Wooper, Chameleon, nothing great so far. Nurse Joy. Okay, something in there. Okay, a shiny Wog Trio. Can't complain about that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there's something there at least. Graphii. Pair well if we get a Clodsire. Yeah, it's a bit of a stinker apart from that Wog Trio, shiny Wog Trio. So a 10 pack and we only got one EX Pokemon. And nothing else that's kind of meta. Yeah, that was a stinker. That was definitely a stink pack. Okay, we got some, at least we're filling up our Pokedex. We've got 60 out of 72 Pokemon. We're getting some more hourglasses as we level up. And that means we can open a few more packs. So let's see if we can get anything decent from these. Doesn't seem like there's anything in this. Something there. Nice. Charizard EX. Shiny Charizard EX. It's a beauty. Shame that I don't think the meta is using this version. I think the meta has shifted to just using the Charmander and the Charmeleon along with the old Charizard. Because for it to take a hit while it stalks, and usually it only gets to do its attack once before it dies, unless your opponent has like a very weak Pokemon. So leaving it out in the open to take a hit isn't a great move. Let's see if we can get that Celebi. Two Celebis, can't complain, but no. We get Ponyta. I don't think we have this Ponyta. We actually had to use our pack points to get a Ponyta. That's the name of the game when you start opening packs after multiple collections have dropped. You do miss out on some of the key basic Pokemon. You don't realize until you're trying to create decks that you don't have some of these that you need. Okay, nothing great in them. Yeah, so we'll keep opening some packs. Hopefully get something good, and then we can start, going through our Pokédex and start putting together, you know, some strong decks that we can use in ranked. Meowscarada, I think we have the full art version. So now we've got two. We can definitely have a deck which includes Meowscarada, which is very, one of the top meta Pokemon or anti-meta because it, picks off the EX Pokemon and it only gives off 1 point, while you take down a 2 point Pokemon, which is super beneficial. And you can run two in there, so even if they take two of your Meowscaradas out, if in that time you've managed to take out even one, you've got 2 points already. So it's pretty good to run Meowscaradas. That's why you kind of see them now running all over the place, which is why slowly the meta changes and then the fire deck becomes more prevalent, or any other deck that kind of negates Meowscarada's ability. Like, I find it very hard to battle against non-EX Pokemon with Meowscarada because its main route to win, is fighting EX Pokemon. But we'll definitely see some success. Okay, let's see. Anything good in this? No, Meowscarada again. So we definitely can run Meowscaradas. Yep, let's see if we can get anything in Wonder Pigs. Our luck has been horrible so far. Yeah, that full art Dragonite is nice. Might try and go for that I also like to go through all the expired sections as well, because you never know, you could find a EX Pokemon in there that you need. Yeah, go for that Dragonite. Yeah, it won't go there. Okay, mess. We didn't get it. It was in the first position. Take a sneak peek. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. A Charmander. That doesn't look like a Codfire. Oh, a shiny in that. Nice. A shiny Lucario EX. Yeah, last few EX that we've been getting have been all shiny Pokemon. So what we're gonna do is open some mythical islands, because what we do need is 60 pack points. Because what we need to get is a leaf, because we actually don't have a leaf. And what I've, you know, discovered while trying to look at the decks that we have, trying to build out, some of these Pokemon need 2 retreat costs, and we can either run a leaf or run a shaman that reduces the cost to retreat. So I think the easiest is to run a leaf. So we've done that. So what we'll do is go through the wonder picks, and then let's see how we get. I think we can start creating some decks. Ooh, a Magnezone. Wouldn't mind a Magnezone. Or even a Bastion. Won't be the worst thing. That's why we go for some of these picks, because you got 2 different options that can be good. Yeah, Bastion's not bad. Another attempt at Clodsire. Okay, well, and this new sneak peek, it practically gives you like 40% chance of getting your Pokemon, but it hasn't helped us yet. I think now we're ready to go into rank battles. So what I've done is, in the background, created some decks. As you can see, we're 0-0, so we haven't had a single battle yet. And what I've done is created some decks. I've named them, so you can see Meow and Leaf is Meowscardia and Leafeon. So I've named some of these. You can see Meow, Carnivine, Arceus. And during the battles, I'll showcase the deck list, so you can see what we're running. So this is a Meowscardia and Leafeon, which I think will be our strongest deck. So this is the kind of deck we generally will be our staple that we'll use all the time. We'll use this as well as, offline as well to rank up, and then we will, use the other decks just to keep it fun. Because tryharding is good and all, but you gotta remember it's more about having fun. Because it can get real boring if you just we can run and get the other Giratina and just start running Giratina Mewtwo's, or Giratina and Darkrai, which a lot of people seem to be running. And what you'll notice is the first few battles that you face are actually against bots. And one way to tell is that if they've got a standard Western name like Mike, Nick, William, Ben, something simple, and their energy selections are all over the place, and they're running like multiple different type of energy Pokemon. So here you see like psychic, fire, fighting, energy all over the place. They can't even attack us because they've got the wrong energy on. So the first few will be bots, which I don't mind because You want to give people a chance to get used to it, and then they can start facing proper opponents. And when you face it, even if after you like 5, 6 matches, you lose once, you have to face the bots again, which is annoying. But they serve their purpose after the beginning feud. After the first few ranks, then everyone else is real. Yeah, so like the Canberra can't even attack this turn, but it'll attack us next turn because as you can see, there's a psychic energy coming up, but it's like too late. Like we've practically got all our Pokemon lines ready already. Yeah, it's too late for them. They'll knock it out. Anything they bring in will knock out eventually. They don't have any energy on it so far, let alone the right energy. They'll probably put in that magma and it won't have the energy to attack us. If they at least put the rolls in, they can at least teleport it. Yeah, this is job done. Yeah, at the beginning, the optimal play probably not use the Miascarada Leafeon deck because they don't hit hard enough. You're not facing EX Pokemon as well. But it's not bad because with the Leafeon you can get your energy pretty quick and start attacking. With the Miascarada, the route to win is the fact that you can defeat EX Pokemon pretty well and hit them pretty hard. And in the beginning phase, you don't really face any of that. So again, you can see some bots because they're running different energy. The small one needs metal energy, but won't have it. Isn't that right, Nick? Yeah, but Evo will try and protect it in case somehow we lose it. Okay, we take it down. We take the mobile down. I fear we used all our luck already. Okay, so they're getting lucky too. So far we're both showing the luck. Let's see if it continues. They surely can't flip their heads again. Okay, our luck's gone bad. Okay, they are super lucky. So that's 2 heads in a row for them. So we used up all our luck and passed it on to them, it seems. So luckily this Eevee is not a continuous step Eevee. So we'll guarantee a hit at least. And we just start evolving our Miascarada line. We can retreat this Eevee. Make sure we don't lose a point. And then we take out this Glameow. And they'll probably send in the Hutu. And unless they evolve or have something, it's too late for them. We'll take them out soon enough. Yeah, that's 3 points. It's probably next 2 battles will be bots again. Yep, so we ranked up. And also, like during this stage, you realize even if you lose, you don't actually lose any points. Okay, we go first, which not great. We do have to be wary because we are weak to fire. But luckily they don't have fire energy coming out anytime soon. Yeah, we can start attacking. Let's see what we get. Okay. Our luck continues from the previous round, so we're just gonna get tails this time it seems. Yeah, they can't attack us yet. But because we're weak to fire, we just have to be wary. At any point, they can either one-shot some of our Pokemon or even two-shoot. Two-shoot? Two-shot. Two-shot them, yeah. Yeah, our luck has passed over. We definitely used too much last time. Yeah, they can put as much energy as they like on the Rapidash, but if it's not the right energy, it's not going anywhere. So they'll be able to attack next turn, but it'll be too late because you've lost the Rapidash. So that's the Rapidash dealt with. Yeah, everything else, like, they can't really hit us yet. Not hard enough. Because we can take this out in 2 turns. Yeah, they won't be able to do anything unless they get their Star Raptor out. And maybe run it with Barry. Yep. They need a fire energy, they don't have it. So 2 turns will take him out. Yeah, so that's kind of the problem with this deck, is nothing hits hard enough on non-EX, which drags out the game, and sometimes you can lose because they might have something in the back line. You're tackling these non-EXs, they'll have something in the back line waiting and they'll take you out. And it also drags some of these matches, especially in the beginning. Maybe you want to use something that is an EX, especially against these bots. That'd probably be my recommendation. And then when you go up against actual opponents, then you can go away from the bots. So we've had 3 battles so far, and I think potentially this looks like a bot. Level 9, but Tiger is an unusual name. When we're still in the beginner rank, so we've already had 3 battles. So we'll see. Start off with us Brigadito. Okay, they're running Arceus first, so potentially not a bot. We'll see what we can get out first. We won't put the Eevee in yet, because I kind of want to use. I think I want to use my cry for help to get a Leafeon out. Okay, so we've got a Leafeon already, and we have the full Miascarada line, so I'm not too fast anymore. So I'll start ramping up to get the Miascarada, because I can attack. Even though I don't attack this turn, I can attack next turn and take it out, because I have a red as well. So literally I'll do 130 plus red 150. And won't even see it coming. And that's before they've even ramped up their energy. That's only because I went full force on the evolution, didn't want to attack early on. And even then, they wouldn't have been able to attack us. And I wouldn't be surprised if they concede. Okay, so they try to just. I think they should do something about where people, they know they're lost and they just close the app. Just waste everyone's time. If there's a way to report that, because look, we had to wait, 90 seconds? Had to speed through this, and even the previous turn. Waste a lot of time. What do they gain out of it? To frustrate? Now I'm not even gonna send you a thanks. Out of routine, I kind of send thanks sometimes anyway, but I would avoid giving them any thanks, because what's the point? Yeah, I sent the thanks when they didn't deserve it, because you're not doing anything honorable. Just concede. Well, let me finish. But no, you're gonna waste everyone's time. Close the app. What? How's that gonna help anything? Okay, so that was obviously not a bot. It was an actual opponent. So now we're facing actual opponents. If we do lose, I think we go back to the bots again. So you need to be in a certain range to be out of the bots. Okay, so we've got our Leafy online. We've got EVs. We need a stage 1 to get a Sprigatito out, but we can cry for help and hopefully bring that out. Okay, so they're running a dark deck. Okay, yep, Darkrai, and they obviously they want the Druddigon in front, and then they can snipe off the back. Okay. Yeah, so they want to get rid of this Froakie and swap it out. But what? Yeah, but they should have done that. That should have been their first move, but they really wanted to attack for some reason. Okay, so they're doing dual energy, so they also don't mind attacking with the eventual Greninja. Yeah, so I don't have the evolution yet, and I kind of want to protect it because I think next time if they have the evolution for Froakie, they'll take me out, which I want to avoid. I want to protect it as much as possible. Could they have taken me out? No, because like a Darkrai here would have done 20, but I do want to protect it. Yeah, so they're looking for that Greninja. So they probably shuffled another Druddigon they had, or a Froakie, or even a stage 1. So they can get that Greninja, because then they can attack what? 20 from the Druddigon, 20 from the Greninja. And they're running dual energy, so they can actually hit with the Druddigon. So I am in a bit of trouble. So I got the evolution. So now I can attack with this, bring it down, fill up my bench. Then I can evolve Leafeon next turn. Because I want to get into a range where I can take it out with a Leafeon. And then I've got free hit on the rest of their bench because they don't have the energy on it. Like the Darkrai doesn't have enough energy for them to do anything. Which is why I don't like dual energy, because then it's a waiting game. Because Darkrai only has one energy on it so far. So it can't really do anything. So if I take as his Druddigon, next thing he's going to do, put the other Druddigon in. Then I can try and Sabrina. I've got the Meowscarada ready in case they want to bring out the Darkrai. I just have to worry if they've got a Cyrus. So they should put the other Drud in. Yeah, Meowscarada's primed. I've got the other Leafeon. Okay, so they definitely want to take out the Meowscarada, but they've got nothing to attack with. So I can literally just pull it back. And then I'll add the energy back through Leafeon's ability. Yeah, that's the bonus with the Leafeon, that your energy is always up to speed because you can attach it every turn. You can even attach two, like you can attach it with that Leafeon that's inactive, retreat, you put the other one in, which is what I think I'll do next turn, just to rotate around my Leafeons. So next turn the Druddigon would have been able to hit, but we'll take it out. Okay, so it looks like they might concede, because I think they know they don't have the water energy or the dark energy to do anything next turn. Yeah, I'm just spreading my energy out. I wouldn't be surprised if they've left already. Okay, they've come back. Yeah, they can't do anything. Even if they put the dark right in, yeah, they've conceded. Okay, good play. Is that 5 in a row now? And obviously, the more wins you have in a row, you get more bonus points. You get win streak bonus. So in the beginning, it's pretty easy to rank up, accumulate points. But then obviously, you face random opponents that are pretty difficult. This is a level 5, but I wouldn't be surprised if this level 5 is actually pretty good. And obviously, you can lose with anyone. You can brick, they can get the perfect hand. So it doesn't matter. You can lose practically against anyone if they're running a decent deck. Okay, Jigglypuff. They're running, I'm guessing, the new Wigglytuff. Maybe with their focus on Giratina. Or they could be running Alakazam, which is not that common, but I would expect Giratina. I wouldn't expect a Mewtwo or anything like that. So their plan is to heal, but surprisingly using this Jigglypuff. Because this Jigglypuff needs 2 energy. I would have preferred either the Sing version or the one that I think there's one that requires only 1. Okay, not fast. So what could they be potentially looking for? Maybe the Wigglytuff, so they can heal every turn. And I still got my evolution, my stage 1. I've got my EV. Hopefully I can get the Meowscarada now. Yep, I got my full line ready. They are running Psychic, so they in 2 turns they can hit me. So I do have to be wary of that. So next turn they can't do anything because they'll attach an energy, but then they'll have to use their ability. Okay, another Iona, so I lose my evolutions. Not bad, I get them all back again. And double cape. We still have a route to win. They don't have an evolution for this Jigglypuff. So I can take this Jigglypuff out. And they don't have the firepower to take our Meowscarada out. Because I'm with that cape, I'm out of reach. And a red doesn't work on me. So literally I can take this Meowscarada out. Then I can take the Giratina out as well. I won't be surprised if they just concede. Them playing the Wigglytuff, taking a few hits, and then even bringing it out for a hit on me doesn't do anything. They would have had to attack with the Wigglytuff first. That will take 2 turns or even a Dawn. And I would have just rotated into my Leafeon most likely. There would have been a route for them to win. They could have Cyrus, etc. But it would have been too difficult for them. Right, we're going first. Not a big fan of going first with this unless we get the Eevee out. Because then we can evolve and start attaching energy to our bench, etc. Okay, so they're running Gibble. Which Gibble? Okay, so they're running the old Gibble, the old Garchomp, so not the EX version. Okay. Yeah, just put it on. I've got the Leafeon. So even if there's Sabrina or whatever, I can evolve and ramp up energy. Okay, this is scary now because they've already evolved. And if they've got the Garchomp, I think I'm just going to go ahead with it. But there is a likelihood is they have the Garchomp, they'll retreat, the Regirock, leaf it out, and take me out. And then I'm kind of stuck. Yep, so they do leaf. then I'm fully expecting them to have a Garchomp. Yep. So they do take me out. Dang, that was close. I nearly had the Meowscarada out. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been uber bullish on that. Maybe I should have put the Sprigatito out, let it take a hit, get my evolutions and my backline ready. But this might be too late, especially if they can evolve the other Gibble as well. Because even if I take one out, okay, they've got a Gabite already. This might be our first win. And was this the level 5? Oh no, maybe that was the game beforehand. They were level 5. Yeah, and for them to be running a Garchomp, the old one, all praises to them, and dual energy. It's difficult. So I'll be able to hit them. They won't take me out, but they'll hit me for 100. And then they've got the energy ready. Okay, they don't even need to do that. They got a Cynthia. So that was our first loss, which takes our record to 6-1. So what we'll do is probably end it there, and we'll carry on our ranked matches in the next episode. So if you liked what you've seen so far, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.